Hi, this is Terry. I've lost 180 pounds with keto, carnivore, and counting calories. Now I'm on a mission to improve the health of my heart. Y'all, I don't even know what we're going to do for our veggies for supper. We're just going to open. I know I've got a bunch of frozen veggies and I need to do something with them. I don't know what they are and what we're going to do with them. We just need to open it up and see what we got. They're down here. So let's just open and take a look. What's that? Nope, that's grapes. That's pork steak bones. We got some frozen broccoli, butternut squash, sweet potatoes, rutabaga. I got some frozen ice down there. We got some sliced carrots. We got some edamame. One of y'all told me about using that. We have some onions, peppers and onions, buttermilk, mushroom, onions and peppers, zucchini blend, butternut squash, sweet potatoes, and asparagus peels. Well, I don't want any more butternut squash for a while. We done had plenty of that. I'm having sweet potatoes at Mom's tomorrow. Let me hold off on those. I could do a couple of zucchini blends. Onions. I could cook up some onions and peppers and mushrooms and put that with my ground beef. That would be good. Now that ain't like really a side dish, but just have with my ground beef. I know I just threw it on the floor. It'll be all right. Carrots, edamame. I don't know what the heck to do with that. Some rutabaga. I'll leave that in there for right now. Chicken broth. Yeah, we're gonna pull these out and see what the heck we come up with. I have no idea. Yeah. So I'll see you in a few minutes. I'm going to go set these over there and I'll do some thinking. I don't know. I saw Lori do this, and Lori F&M Lifestyle, and it kind of seemed like a good idea. Now, my vegetables are different than hers, but what she did was she made like a soup, but then she pulled it out to eat the vegetables, or you could leave in the liquid if you wanted soup. I made some chicken today. So in a crock pot, I did a bunch of ground chicken thighs, boneless, skinless chicken thighs. So as a base, I'm going to go ahead and use this liquid from the chicken. And then we're just going to dump in our vegetables. Now, they are definitely going to water down some anyway. So I might have used too much, but that's all right. We're just gonna make it like a soup, like a, I don't know, chicken broth soup. So we got rutabaga, and we're gonna have some carrots. This may be the worst thing I ever made, but I need to get rid of this stuff, you guys. So carrots, and I bet some of y'all are gonna say, Terry, you could use your Instant Pot. I bet you're right. I just don't know how long and all that stuff. So then this is some broccoli. And I don't know if all this would fit in the Instant Pot. Some zucchini blend. I don't think all this would fit in the Instant Pot. And this zucchini blend. Listen, evening supper Terry is going to be like, oh, meal prep day Terry. What did you do to me, girl? What did you do to me? But these are all good for you, Terry. Future Terry, this is good for you. Then we're going to put in this edamame. You probably had, when you told me about this, you probably had, nope, that's hard as a rock. You probably had intentions of me using it some fancy way. I think you failed to remember who you were talking to. I'm not going to put the asparagus in. I'm going to hold the asparagus for something else someday. So, I'm just going to cover this and let it simmer. But in the meantime, we're going to move all this out of the way because I want to cook those onions and peppers because future Terry will love onions and peppers with her ground beef. So hang on, give it just a minute here to clean this off. Okay, I'm actually going to use 2 packages of these frozen mushrooms. Editing Terry, add frozen mushrooms to your shopping list. And then we're going to put this onion and pepper blend in here. We just want it to all, I'm not doing any seasoning at all right now. I'm just trying to get it all to defrost. So once it has, once it's all defrosted and everything, at that stage, then I can start seasoning. So I'll get back to you whenever everything has started to soften up. Listen, y'all, I got the dishwasher going behind you, but it's meal prep day, and I have done a whole lot today. So those are still mostly frozen. I'm not mostly frozen. They're softened, but they're still a little frozen. I'm going to go ahead and leave the lid off of this one now, because I don't want all that liquid in here. This one is not meant to be soupy. So now I'm going to leave the lid off and let that just kind of start simmering and let the liquid start evaporating out of it. This one, on the other hand, let's see how this is doing. Listen, I don't know which one of y'all told me about edamame, but it's got that end on it. I don't know if I'm going to like these, you guys. I don't want a bunch of sticks. But trust the people, Terry. Trust the people. They know a thing or two about a thing or two. Alright. I am going to give them a little stir because the things on top need to be down in the water. But if you cook edamame and I'm totally messing it up, let me know. But I hope those stems soften up. I got that much to say to you. I sure hope so, by George. By gum, by gory, as my grandma used to say. By gum, by gory. I don't know what that means, but that's what she said. So, alright, well, with this one, we don't care if it's soupy. So we're going to put the lid on it. And we'll come back in another 10, 15, well, we'll make it another 15 minutes. That's a lot of liquid to get out of there. So I'll see you in 15 minutes. The first time was 20, and now I'll see you in 15. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, does this smell good. Good, good. I tell you, onion and mushrooms smell so yummy. I should put some of that in there. Maybe I will in a little while. But I'm going to let it keep going because there's still quite a bit of liquid. I could take a paper towel and do it, but that's all right. I'm just going to let it keep simmering until more comes out of it. Let's take a look at this. It's been 15 minutes. It's definitely not as frozen. It's not cooked, but it's not frozen. I'd say the things are more like lukewarm. There's a lot more cooking to do in this one for sure. Trying to get that bottom stuff up to the top. That edamame tastes pretty good. But I don't like them prickly ends, I'm here to tell you. I know. That's probably not how I'm supposed to eat it. Yeah, it's just lukewarm. I'm gonna cover it. I mean, of course it's lukewarm. It was all like frozen solid. But anyway, so I'm gonna let that go some more. I'll let this go some more. We'll check it out in about 10 more minutes. Okay, quite a bit of the liquid is out. I can't do this the right angle to show you because I don't know if I can or not. I'm going to need some paper towels nearby though. Hang on before I make a mess. Hold up. Okay, I got paper towels ready. So now I want to put this juice down into there. I'm sure we'll lose some peppers and onions, but that's okay. I'd like a little of the pepper and onions to be in there too. Alright, so we're going to scoop out a little bit of it. in there. Now, get my paper towels. Now, oh yeah, buddy. We are going to have some good stuff. So now, let me stir this in here a little better. Onions and peppers makes everything taste good. Oh, the vegetables are starting to get down to the water, below the water now, so that's good. Now, what I want to do is start seasoning up our onions and peppers. So give me a couple minutes and I'm going to pull some things out that I want to put on it that'll give it some good flavor. Okay, so when I lived in Illinois, there was something near us, something called Yoshida's. And that's some smoked sea salt. And it was like just a sauce, and we would put it on our onions and peppers, and it made it so good. I'm not going to put that on there. So we're it's super duper high sugar. So we're going to use some of our tomato and chicken bouillon here. But I don't I don't want to use that stuff because, like I said, it's super sugary. So I'm just trying to create a fun flavor. And one of you had mentioned in the comments, please don't get mad. You all know I can't remember my own name. But one of you had mentioned that you put that you take things like gravy and you freeze it out flat in this is some Jihu stir fry. That you freeze things flat. And then what you do with it then is you break off a little piece of it. Here's some liquid aminos. A little piece of it whenever you want to use it, and you defrost it. Well, that's brilliant. And this is some Jihu's teriyaki marinade. Oh my gosh. Well, that's what it is what it is. I just did it, didn't I? Oh well. But anyway, and so I'm following that advice that you gave me. And so I'm cooking these up. Going to make it real yummy. And then I'm going to put it, like you said, in a big Ziploc bag. Let it cool down. Put it in a big Ziploc bag. And then I can pull it out of the freezer, that Ziploc bag, and whack it on something. And try and take some of that, like with my beef sometime. Like I would love this with a steak. But I think it'll be really good with ground beef too. So I'm going to let this cool, and I'm going to let this I'm turning off the burner, but I'm going to keep it on the stove and let those flavors kind of meld together a little while. Well, that doesn't hold heat like I thought it would. Left rear. All right, we'll put that on simmer for a couple minutes. I'm so used to cast iron, but yep. That'll be really, really good with some ground beef or steak, whatever I choose to do with it. So, it don't need to sit. But I am gonna let it cool down, because when it cools down, then we'll pour it in a Ziploc bag. In the meantime, let me check this out. Hey, it's starting to boil. And I need to figure out what seasonings I'm going to want on these vegetables. Well, let me go over behind me and see what things jump out at me. You know me. I'm just going to see what jumps out and just add things. Alright. So we're going to put us some farm dust on here. That's literally what it's called, farm dust. We're going to put in here some Little Richard. Ow, Little Richard. We're going to add some butter buds because why not? We're going to add some Tuscan. It's dip and pasta seasoning. So probably like I don't know, whatever Tuscan flavor is. We're going to add some Greek seasoning. We're going to add some of this Boom All Day. It's a savory umami type seasoning. We're going to add some of this Poppin'. It's a bright citrusy with citrus, garlic, and parsley. We're going to add some garlic lovers, some Flavor God garlic lovers. I know you see how much I'm putting in there. I know you see it. I see it too. And I think it's going to be amazing. I'm also going to add some more here in a minute, but I'm going to give it a quick little stir. I'm going to turn the heat down just a little bit because I don't want it to become mush. Okay. I am going to add some harissa season. Just to give it a little kick. And then we're going to add some of this tomato and chicken bouillon. Just to take it up a notch with some tomatoey flavor. Alright, so now I got it turned down a little bit because I want it to simmer for a little while. Y'all, I got to wear short sleeves. Or I'm going to be wearing short sleeves all summer. Well, I'm going to be on Plavix for 6 months, which is all through the summer when people wear short sleeves. And I am going to be looking like somebody who was in a fight all summer long. There. Anyway, so yeah, y'all just know that I'm not out brawling on the weekends, okay? Now, we're going to put a little bit of this out on the paper plate again and see what we think here. But I got to let it cool because I'm not going to burn myself. It hurt my arm because it was awfully hot. I'm going to try a little bit of each thing, maybe a little carrot. What else do we need? Got a umami. Oh, where's a rutabaga? Where's a piece of rutabaga? There's a piece of rutabaga. All right, I'm going to let this cool and I'll come back and we'll taste the seasoning. Okay, let's give this a taste. Let's taste a little carrot with some rutabaga. It needs something. Hot. Zucchini. Squash. Edamame. Y'all know I'm going in. I'm going in hard. Onion salt. Garlic salt. And seasoning salt. Look, I'm here to tell you that edamame has a good taste, but dadgum, the twigs on the end of it, that's rough. That's rough. Alright. Has a good taste though. So now I just got to learn how to figure out how to eat the twigs. So, alright. So now I'm actually gonna turn this off because I think I don't want to cook it to where it's just mush. So when these are both cooled off, we will put this in a Ziploc bag and then we'll portion this out. But we gotta let things cool off a little bit. Okay, so I poured it into this Ziploc bag and I'm gonna follow your advice. Hopefully I get it good enough. I'll get the air out of it. And then I'm just gonna lay it out flat. Is my understanding of what you had said. Might be a little more air I could get out. Let me see. Lay it on here. So that way it's a flat surface. So now I'm going to pop this in the freezer. And then just like you said, I will break off some whenever I want to have this. How does that feel? Nope, it doesn't. I'll break off some whenever I want to have it with one of my meals. Okay, so here's how I'm going to do this. This may be a big old disaster. I don't know. Seems like it's cooled down pretty good. I'm going to do 200 grams of the vegetables. I don't really know what vegetable I'm going to track, to be quite honest, when I plug it into my tracker app. I honestly don't know which one I'll plug in. What I might do is look and see. Well, I'm not going to do it as carrots. I was about to say which one's the highest calories, but it might be carrots, and there's only one bag of carrots, but a whole lot of everything. So I don't know. I'm not really sure. I haven't figured out how I'm going to plug this into my tracker app. I'll figure something out. Just know it ain't going to be perfect, but that's all right. Nothing's got to be perfect, you know. We're just winging it. Okay. So I'm going to finish filling these up. I'm actually going to get a thing that has a bigger opening. I want less juice in these. Already got a mess going. So, anyway, I want less juice in these, so I am going to use this. This is pretty wide open. Let's see how this works. It might be too wide to fit in the dealie. And yes, come on, fella, just humor me for this one. Too wide and too big. Too much. Let's try this one. First, let's take some of this out because that was too much. Well, now I took out a little too much. All right. So I don't know why 200 is the amount I usually do, but it just is. So I'm going to just fill these up, and I will be back whenever I get them all done. Okay. So I'm loving this like freezing things in Ziploc bags idea. Up till now, I've always done my foods in containers, but I really want to see how this works with my sides. See if this works for them as well, because man, the amount of space I can save. All I have to do is get these little things to freeze mostly flat, and then I can stack them on top of each other. So I'm just gonna pop these here, and it's on top of the onions and peppers, and I'm gonna pop them in the freezer. Oh dang, I didn't count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I made 10 servings of around like right at 200 grams. So yeah, so we gotta have 10 evening sides. Like I said, future Terri may not be so thrilled with this, but that's all right. Future Terri just needs to suck it up and eat what she's got. I know sometimes y'all ask me, what if you don't want to eat it? It don't matter. I eat it anyway. Because I know the meal prep day was thinking of Terri. And so eating day Terri just has to suck it up and eat it. So anyway, so I'm going to pop all this in the freezer. And you'll be seeing these come out. Throughout the next few weeks. Bye.